Please proceed with
And
what.
I said, man, this chat is piping hot.
The tea.
And,
Hmm.
and this requires not just samosa, but pakoras too. This is like a major sit down.
A Patreon exclusive. I have 2 cups of hot
Ooh,
beverage in my hand because
I got one.
this is an emergency episode. Now, full disclosure, listeners, Aarti was supposed to record with me earlier this week to talk
Hmm.
about Potomac, but she fell on some hard times in her stomach. Okay, we don't need to go into detail about what happened, but it's like the
You
universe was
know,
like, I think you really need to talk to Aarti today. And
yeah.
this morning I woke up to some of the most bombastic, shocking news. I mean, look, when
Hmm.
Jen Shah got arrested, was it shocking? Of course, but not so
Yes.
shocking because we're like, that bitch is full of shit.
Yes. Well, yes.
I think what
But
was most shocking.
it was the kind of full of shit that you thought would lead to an arrest down the line.
Yeah.
There's different kinds of full of shit, right? So, because we've always said Wendy's also full of shit,
Yeah.
but we didn't think that would lead to what it led to today.
Yeah.
Oh,
And the Jen Shah arrest was exciting because we knew that cameras were rolling. Okay.
yes.
Potomac is off camera right now. They're not filming at this moment, correct?
I think they are. They're just finishing up. They haven't done their reunion yet.
Does that mean that they film up until the reunion?
I think they still have the reunion and they can pick up the cameras again
Oh,
because they haven't done the reunion. And you know that Karen just got released last month.
that's
So
right.
you know that they're going to they're going to do something with Karen for the reunion, a package of some sort. She's going to show up. There's going to be a final scene with Karen in it. So I
Yeah.
don't think they're done.
Oh, that's so good. Well, this morning I woke up from my beloved Tom Hamlet. He sent a text message to me saying, what? And it was exclusive. Real Housewives of Potomac, Wendy OSEFO and husband booked on fraud charges. And I saw their mugshots and I said,
Uh-huh.
no fucking way.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually thought when I first saw it, I actually thought it was some kind of, one of those clickbait jokes on Facebook where
It
they
was like,
have,
yeah,
the fake,
yeah,
fake Facebook news. And I was
yeah,
like, okay. And
yeah.
then I was like, okay, let me go and check the local news. And of course, it's all over the local news. And I was like, oh, but they didn't have enough information. It came through over the course of time. And
It's
we
a
are about an hour away from the actual county police department making a live statement on Facebook. That county is, first of all, let's describe Carroll County. Okay, first of all, this is nowhere near Potomac.
yes.
This is the county that sits between Howard County and Frederick County, both of which have a lot of industry and lots going on. But Carroll County is the forgotten county that sits in the middle.
Mhm.
A lot of, a lot of Trumpers.
Yep.
A lot of, it is known as a place where KKK is still active. And it's right up the road from me, 20 minutes. But she was like, if you go and look at the Carroll County register and look at who was arrested in the last 48 hours, it's a whole bunch of really old white dudes that look like they've been on meth for the past decade, and Wendy OSEFO and
Oh my God.
Eddie.
That is so embarrassing. So then the next thing I saw was boots on the ground. This is what time was this? This was at 10 a.m. Boots on the
Yes.
ground, anonymous alleged. My sister works for an industry involved in Maryland prison system, and she checks daily to see arrests. Dr. Wendy and Happy Eddie were arrested for criminal indictment, false, misleading info, fraud, felony. They bonded out this morning. By the way, when I say I'm reading this is like a
Yeah.
post online. I'm
Yeah.
not saying Tom's sister works
Yes.
for. I should specify it's not Kicks. So immediately I said, well, I need to reach out to my DMV divas. So I reached out. I have a text message group with a group chat with Aarti and Taria. Hilariously, your names are spelled with the exact same letters, by the way.
Yes. We talked about this before.
And I reached out and I was like, what the hell is going on? And you being well connected, you said, let me put some feelers out there. Let me see what's going on in the state of Maryland. I think the funniest thing is that you're telling me that all the previous arrests are just like meth addicts. And I'm like,
No, seriously, seriously. Anybody who's going, go and look up Carroll County last 48 hours, arrest record, and look at all the pictures. Okay, they didn't post Eddie and Wendy. I think they came out with some kind of, they don't post them if they are not, if they have just been released, or they'll probably show up tomorrow. But this is the last 48 hours. And I don't know how well kept that record is, but it looks like a who's who of like, this guy was found under the tree in the corner of the farm, and he was high on meth, and they dragged him to the police station.
And then,
and of course, this is they were arrested last night.
Yeah.
And by the looks of their mugshots, they were happy, unhappy Eddie. They were flying high when they were arrested.
They were deep in product. By the way, incredible advertisement for your edibles. If you can be that happy while getting arrested and having your life ruined, Mama, I'm signing up. Tell me, can I do a subscribe and save package? I'd like to buy those, please.
And they were only bonded this morning, so they spent the night in county jail. They spent the night in county jail.
Oh my God.
They were not bonded out until about 9:35 today.
Oh my God. With meth head Matthew, they were overnight.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you that. I should pull up that website, but it's so funny to watch all that.
Okay, so Carroll County, and you said an hour from now there is going to be a Carroll County Sheriff's Department press conference.
That's going to be live on Facebook.
Do you think that
it's Carroll County? They're not doing Instagram.
Do you think that it gives Giselle enough time to screen print Free the OSEFO's t-shirt and wear it to that conference?
Did you see what Kara posted?
Yes.
Kara Berry posted. That would be awesome. Yes, I think we should all wear that when we go for the hearing later this month.
And you know what?
Free Happy Eddie.
Free Happy Eddie. Okay, so Carroll County Sheriff's Department did release this statement, which explains what happened. So 2 arrests were after fraudulently reporting a burglary and theft. Franksburg, Carroll County, Maryland, October 10th. On April 7, 2024, Carroll County Sheriff's Office deputies responded to a residence on their street, Turnberry Court in Finksburg, for the report of a burglary and theft. Upon arrival, they met with the homeowners, who stated that they returned from vacation to find that their home had been entered and numerous items had been stolen. They reported approximately 80 items of jewelry, luxury goods, clothing, and shoes were stolen, worth a total of more than $200,000. During the investigation, detectives found that over 20,000 of the items reported stolen had been returned by the owners to the locations the items were purchased. Further, detectives found images of a homeowner wearing jewelry that had been reported stolen after burglary took place. And so on October 9th, which is yesterday, the investigation was presented to a grand jury and the homeowners were indicted. A search warrant was issued for the residents and the arrest warrants were issued for the homeowners, who were identified as Edward OSEFO and Wendy OSEFO. They were both taken into custody and transported to Carroll County Central Booking, where they were formally charged with multiple counts related to fraud. All individuals are presumed innocent of the pending charges until proven guilty. Of course. Okay, this is all alleged. This is what they have been arrested for. Listen to me. This, in the realm of African, Desi, immigrant communities, okay?
Yeah.
A girl I just want to talk about that for a second. A girl like Wendy, NECA is are you fucking kidding me right now?
Oh my God, NECA, Robin.
Can't forget Robin.
Robin is like, even I wasn't dumb enough to get caught.
Oh my God. Like for them to be like, like let's focus on NECA. NECA probably her whole life has been like Dr. Wendy, 8 degrees, whatever. How many degrees she has? 3 degrees, four
Four,
degrees,
four,
4 degrees,
four.
4 degrees, Dr. Wendy, Dr. Wendy. Now she's a real housewife. She's married to a lawyer. And Wendy, like Eddie's family is probably like, see, I fucking told you that these
Told
people are
you. Exactly.
now all this shit is going on. And then they've spent their whole life being told, oh, you know what? You got to be like Wendy. And then you get arrested for something like this. This
Oh
is
my God.
actually like this allegation
Yeah.
is
Whether it's true
so.
or not is going to be, this is bringing down Wendy's cachet in the whole Nigerian community. You know that they are like, uh-oh, no. And then also, all of her cousins who were felt like they couldn't live up to the cousin Wendy, who was doing really good. Oh my
Cousins.
God. And all their parents who were like put down by Miss Diane, they're
Ugh.
going to be like, ah, I knew. Look at Shady Diane and her daughter. Which, by the way, I am like, my conspiracy theory is that when Wendy and Eddie came back and they found all these things missing, they should have just called Diane. I bet that 20,000 that was returned by Diane.
Oh my
She probably
God.
went and returned half of those things.
It's just
She's like,
actually,
she quit her Johns Hopkins job and then she goes and spends on all of this. I'm
I
going
don't
to
think
return
so.
this and make up
Yeah.
that money. I'll
Yeah.
put it in the kids' fund. That's what she did.
Like, literally, her very first scene, this week's premiere, was I'm
Yeah.
gonna get a floor to ceiling marble
Stealing.
fireplace.
19-foot marble place paid for by the drug money. She was making fun of that fact, like drug money.
Wendy, this is so
It,
sad.
it is embarrassing. It's pathetic. It's sad. It's so dorky that somebody that is this educated would do something stupid like this.
And I'm gonna go on, hold on. I gotta go on Giselle's Instagram and see if she's posted anything yet. Let's see. Giselle, no, 15 hours ago she was at Chris Brown. Well, you could have been
Yes,
somewhere
yes,
better, but all right, fine.
yes,
Let's
yes.
go to Reasonably Shady. Let's see their Instagram. Is there anything that has come up
No,
there?
it won't come up now.
No, not yet.
No.
Okay, let's see. GNA, nothing there. Ashley's gonna be the first one to say something.
Yes.
Okay,
No,
let's
but
see.
I feel like Bravo knew and they brought the other Nigerian just in case because Nika didn't work out. They're like, we need to have a Nigerian in this mix. Let's bring her back just in case something
Okay,
comes to Wendy.
okay. Ashley is online because she
Uh-huh.
posted 34 minutes ago on her Instagram stories a picture of her kid. I'm like, okay, so she's letting
Yeah,
everybody know, like, guys, I'm reading
yeah,
it too. I'm lulling.
yeah,
Okay, don't worry. I'm also reading everything here, so we're
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Let's see. Let's see what what else is who else's Instagram can I check? Robin, of course, Robin Dixon. Let's see what Robin Dixon is up to. Please, Robin, did you put 2 hours ago?
No,
2 hours
Robin
ago.
hasn't posted, but then check out Mia. I bet Mia says something stupid.
Oh my God. No, she did. Okay. So somebody posted, she reposted this 2 hours ago. It was from a fan. A fan posted a picture of himself, who's, by the way, his name is Aditya. Aditya.
Yeah.
Aditya posted a picture of himself with a reasonably shady tote bag that said, "Don't ever forget to live your life either reasonable or shady or both." And then he posted on here saying, "My friend Dan and I are always rooting for you gals."
Oh, wow.
And
I
she
need to find
reposted
this
that.
Aditya.
That's I feel that's some shade. That's definitely. I know
Yeah,
Karen's been completely MIA off the internet for some
yeah,
time now. She
yeah.
hasn't posted. Uh,
Yeah.
Mia
That's it.
somewhere is having a great time.
It's either Karen is laughing away or she's like, yep, God is great. God took care of me. She said I'm not her friend. Or Karen is calling, the cameras are on, and Karen is giving her advice on how to deal with this. And she's telling her, don't go with my lawyers, please.
This is it's just unbelievably sad. Wait, I think I saw something else. Like Monique is having a giggle right now.
Oh, yes.
Let's
I
see.
mean, the whole DMV is giggling, okay? The whole DMV is giggling right now because of the way that they portrayed themselves and the way, she was putting herself on a pedestal at all times while being simultaneously confused as to who she wanted to be when she grew up. which is another immigrant, trope where you're so busy achieving things for your parents that you never figured out yourself, and now you want to be both, you want to be both Nicki Minaj and Oprah, right? So you're like
Yeah.
confused in the middle. So that's something that she was always struggling with. Now, the other rumor that has always been going around is because of their multiple degrees and all of that, they had tremendous student debt. And
Oh.
so, one of the things that she would always do is start a business and then the business would collapse. And so, it was always thought that she was using her business and the loss from the businesses to sort of supplement, and say that she started something and she didn't have to pay taxes because everything was in the name of the business. And so, things of that nature. Now, this particular one is a state and county grand jury that was seated. It was a grand jury, so they
Yeah.
had to collect everything. They didn't just make an accusation; they set up a grand jury and presented evidence before they went after these two. So it was serious.
Yeah.
But this was state rules, right? That anything over $300 would be considered felony fraud, not just fraud, but felony fraud, and that it would, and they would have to, for every fraudulent statement that was made, there's a separate felony indictment, right? So that's why there are so many, even though it's just one incident
Yeah.
of fraud. It's because every statement she made, everything that she said was lost, or anything she made, every statement is considered a felony because you're lying multiple times. Every lie is considered a felony. But having said that, this is state and county. It's not federal. But this
Yeah.
just shines the spotlight on the two of them for federal.
Yeah.
And we don't know what else is going to come down the pipe.
No,
It's scary.
Us Weekly reported that email records obtained by deputies showed that on April 12th, 2024, Eddie emailed a list of reported stolen items to Wendy. The email asked if there were, quote, additional high value items we can add to this inventory listing, i.e., Chanel shoes. I'm
Mhm.
trying to get the total to exceed $423,000, which is our policy maximum. Oh, Edward.
So this is what I meant. I when I heard this online, you and I chatted about it, and I said, if something like that really happened to my husband and I, we would probably be still working. So we would be working off
Yeah.
on our laptop, and we would keep a track of all of the things that went missing. And did I miss anything? Is the kind of email my husband would send. He would be
Yes.
like, "This is the list I have. Did I miss anything?"
Yes.
Not, "Hey, this is the list. Our policy max is this. Can we add other things to this list?" Now that is shady.
That's crazy work. Hey, I'm trying to get the max that I can get from my insurance here. So let's get it. Okay. Us Weekly also reported that at the time of their arrest, a search and seizure warrant was executed for their house, and deputies found at least 15 items that appear to be the same ones they claimed to be stolen during the alleged burglary.
So they went through, they searched the house with
They
the kids.
searched the house.
Man, the kids were
Oh,
there. It was last night.
it was last
It
night. The
was
kids were there.
the school night. Oh my God. This is so sad. This is
Guys.
so sad.
Now, here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say something controversial, okay?
Yeah.
And maybe this is going to get me dinged, but I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I do give
And
a fuck.
you do give a fuck. You're going to be annoying. You're going to be sending me all the negative comments and say, "This is what somebody said to me." You're going to care, but there's
But I'm
no
going
way
to say
you're
it
going to.
anyway.
But you're going to say it anyway. That's what
I
makes you brave, Noor. That's what makes you brave.
Thanks, guys. Okay. In this economy, with the climate of our economy the way it is, the way that the world is working, the way our politicians are swindling, a little insurance fraud, nah, who gives a fuck? Okay? I don't care about that. I don't care about that at all. I just need you to be smarter about the fraud that you commit. Okay?
That's my. So I was filtering my feelings all morning, right? I was like, what am I really upset about? Like,
Mhm.
why am I so mad? And it was like, she says she's a nerd. She turned out to be a dork, but she says she's a nerd, and she's making us nerds look bad. Two, she is, she was so inspiring. We were all rooting for her, even though we didn't quite like her and we didn't quite like how she behaved. We were still rooting for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she let us down. And then third, I'm like, if you're that smart, Why would you get caught? Come on, be smarter.
Oh my
If you're
God.
going to do insurance fraud, do it right, man. Don't send yourself an email. Don't send each other emails talking about it. This is so
Don't
dumb.
you live in the
The,
same house?
the, dumb, the dumbness of the crime is what upsets me more.
At least use WhatsApp. Those messages are encrypted. Nobody can see those.
Right? And he's a tax lawyer. He should know better.
You really should know better.
His
This is
clients are he's probably done accounting for clients who do a better job of hiding things than he does.
it. Honestly, I one of the funniest things. The other thing that I kept thinking about is like, somewhere Dorit is calling PK like, excuse me. I just want to make
Yes.
sure.
Yes.
Somewhere Dorit is chain smoking down the canyon in her car on her way to yell at PK to be like, you better fucking have done everything correctly because I'm not trying to go through all this.
That's why Dorit divorced him. And the fact that all of the statements, most of what was revealed was against both of them, but most of it seemed to be against her and not him, as if he had only one or two misdemeanors, but
Yeah.
she's the one being indicted for most of it, which
Yeah.
is sad because, and may also explain his smile, but the picture's like, oh, I didn't get through. But I'm like, that means that he didn't make those statements, but she made all of these statements and she was the complaint to the police department, which is even sadder. I'm like,
So
come
it's,
on.
yeah. So you said it was, I think it's 3 different claims with several different items. Altogether, they're claiming like 7 different things in their
Yes,
insurance
right.
policy. And all of it is, I believe, yeah, it's like, I think they're being charged with $250,000 worth of fraud, which again, in the grand scheme of the
Yeah.
shitty world and how much crime like politicians and billionaires commit, this is not a thing that, like, I mean, like, it's, I feel the same way as I did, I think, about Karen, right? Like, Karen
Hmm.
got behind a car and she could have killed somebody or herself. It is absolutely fucking reckless to have a
Hmm.
DUI, right?
Hmm.
But Karen served time. Miss Shannon Bedore also did a crime. She did the same
Yes.
exact crime. She crashed her car into a fucking house where she could have
Hmm.
killed her dog, herself, and other people, right?
Hmm.
But she didn't go to jail. And so,
Hmm.
like, and then you have like PK and Dorit, which allegedly, right, on all of that. But like, it just makes me feel some type of way that like it's Wendy and Eddie who have worked so hard to like work against all of the things, the narrative that this country makes about Black people, right? They work so
Hmm.
hard, all this stuff,
Right.
and then they get shoved into some white collar bullshit like this.
Yes. Yes.
It's,
Why would you go do that?
why would you do that?
Oh, that
I
is
when I
the
was
lane. That is the lane for people who didn't go and get the 4 degrees and who have always been shysty, and they went and got all of these. They have been crooked from the beginning, and they have crooked friends that have helped them learn how to hide their crookedness, and they still got caught. And it took years before they got caught. Not for, hey, I got some money, let me try and do some fraudulent stuff, and now I'm caught. I'm like, you were, come on,
Come
come
on, man.
on, man.
Please. When I was looking up a GIF to post with a
Yeah,
thread that I posted this morning, I was looking for Robin Dixon.
yeah.
Because I
Oh,
said
you
that
got the best picture. Oh my God, that was so
I
hilarious.
said
I was like, how did she find that? That was perfect.
I said the crimes are so pathetic. The alleged crimes are so pathetic that not even Todd could set this up to come to you with the bullshit. Okay, that's how
Yep.
pathetic these are. But when I was
Yeah.
looking it up, I found a GIF of Robin sitting on the couch saying, "I get it. You spent money on a new body and you want to show it off." And I was like, "Was this to pay off Dr. Michaels?"
Uh-huh. Who knows? Maybe it is to fund Happy Eddie or to have a huge marble fireplace and say that Happy Eddie is doing well when it is not. And, is she paying all of that marble vendors and all of them with cash money because it's all insurance fraud? I don't know. But I'm like, Come on. What you have young kids, you have such a great reputation. Why would you do something stupid like this? And if you were doing it, why would you then get caught? It is just so dumb. Oh my God. It is so dumb. I mean, unlike Karen's stuff, which is I've been just saying I've been posting and saying that Karen crimed better than Wendy because Karen's was a crime that could have harmed other people.
Yeah.
This is, yes, it's insurance fraud. I know there are victims to it too because in the end the insurance, policies and all of that get the cost comes down to everybody. But really, this is a low victim count crime,
It is.
and it's not really a crime like Karen's. I'm like, even you couldn't even crime right, man. You couldn't create a candle right. You couldn't do anything right. Karen did it better than you.
And for what it's worth, Karen got away with it 3 times.
I know, 4 times, 4 times.
No, it was the 4th time. The 4th time, then she went to jail.
Oh yeah, you're right. 3 times. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, look, I would recommend to everybody to go ahead and purchase Happy Eddie if it's available to you. They were supposed to be expanding to New Jersey. I will be reaching out to see if their product is available anywhere because we have to support small businesses so that they don't do insurance fraud.
We have to support those 3 kids.
What?
I feel responsible for those 3 kids now.
Yeah, we gotta take care of those kids. I feel bad. Look, all jokes aside, crime is bad. Don't do it. Don't do dumb crime. Don't do shit that white people get to do and get away with. Because guess what? We won't get away with it.
Exactly.
I was texting with Ray Sani, the number one Wendy hater.
Ray was like, I told you guys, I told you this shit. You guys didn't trust me. You didn't believe me. She was like, I told you.
She said, if I gloat.
She's been texting me too.
She said, if I gloat. And I said, and you should, as you should. Now is the time to gloat. Okay. Every Nigerian girl that's been bullied by the perfect girl in her community gets to gloat about this. Okay. Okay. And I feel bad for Wendy. We found out this week that she wore skirt suits around her dorms. Like, you've been wearing skirt suits
since you were such a loser back then. Oh my
God. It's just so crazy. I was telling Ray, I know, like, there was a story, I think in Maryland, actually, it was a doctor in Maryland that went to jail for the dumbest fucking fraud. Do you want to know what he did?
What?
He was buying shit, and I think it's a Desi guy. He was buying nice shit on Amazon and then returning it. But when he would return it, he would put a shittier version of that item in the box, return it to Amazon, and then sell the nice item on like Facebook Marketplace or eBay or something.
Oh my God, that is such a Desi
and these are big items. So he was
making such a Desi nerd crime to do.
I have to look it up because it was so crazy. Doctor, Maryland, Amazon fraud arrest. Because
nerds should not do crimes. Nerds should not crime because they shouldn't do this kind of crime. Do something big, man. But not this.
It's just so gross. I can't find it, but it ended up being like $1 million, and so here, Virginia doctor pleads guilty. So it wasn't Maryland, it was Virginia.
Hey. Come on, we have enough criminals.
The V in DMV does stand for Virginia.
Okay? Yes.
And Ashley Darby did live in Virginia for that period of time.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, there was a doctor. His name was dermatologist Farhad Riaz. Ordered hundreds of thousands of dollars of goods and returned cheaper items. Guys, don't do stuff like this.
He was buying hand creams and returning.
No, he was buying like video home projector systems and then returning it for something that cost $2,000, like a $40,000 item that returned. He ordered several deluxe Toto toilets with integrated bidet seats for $17,000 to $18,000. Asked for refunds, saying that they were defective or didn't arrive complete. He did all kinds of stuff like this. He bought. It looks like it ended up being about $300,000 worth of goods. He went to jail for 20 years.
It's a compulsion. That's a compulsion for sure.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. But I feel very bad. I feel mad. I'm mad. I'm
I know.
I am finding it funny. I think it's stupid. I'm laughing, but at the same time, I'm kind of pissed off that she would do it. And I have a whole mix of emotions right now. And, you
Well,
know,
I
but you
appreciate.
know what? I needed this break. I needed
Yeah,
this.
it's easier to. I think Danny
Mm.
Pellegrino today he posted. It's a fun distraction to watch housewives do dumb shit. It's a good
Yeah,
distraction from the actual hellscape that we're living in. You
correct,
know.
correct. Yeah.
Um. Thank you for hopping on this emergency episode. I do want to give you the space to share your Miami thoughts.
Oh, yes. Oh my God, that was funny as shit.
Haitian mortician.
Haitian mortician, but the way, so when they did the last week when they ended the episode, they showed Julia make the announcement and they showed Adriana looking all serious. But this time around, you see it, and everybody just breaks out laughing. Nobody
Yeah.
believes her. And even Stephanie says she's a nymph. No, no, I'm pretty sure this happened. She's doing this, and then she's like, Haitian mortician. Like you
Mm.
knew. Remember when Julia came on? She said she was bisexual. She's not just lesbian.
Yeah.
She likes. So I'm feeling like they have some kind of open, relationship where she can sleep with men, but she has to let. You remember when she went to have lunch or something, and then that was the issue that you were hanging out with this man, and that's when she said, "Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm bisexual."
Yeah.
Remember? And so I feel like Julia is always doing this, and I think Martina, to some extent, likes it about Julia when and Martina likes having flirts around her. But you fuck around and you find out.
You fuck around, you find out the Haitian mortician who she gifted a coffee maker to. What?
Mhm. What coffee
It's
maker?
so funny.
What was it? Was it like a big coffee system, like a DeLonghi?
Today she posted a picture in her stories of a coffee machine. It was like just a coffee mate machine. Adriana.
Adriana did. I was like, Julia is
So
proud of
funny.
the coffee maker.
No, so even Julia being like, I'm telling you all this because I want you to know that Adriana was holding me hostage. Like she was basically blackmailing me that we slept together. She was blackmailing me with this information. She was telling me that you would have been nowhere without me and da da da. And I'm like, I believe that she did that, but also like, what do you mean she was blackmailing you with this information? She's trying to say like, I wasn't your friend because Adriana was threatening me.
Yeah.
Um, with that she was going to tell Martina that we slept together. And it's like, well, apparently she also slept with Captain Sandy.
Right. And the scene where there's a break and they're all walking back, and then Andy happens to be walking with what is her name?
Adriana?
Adrian, no, with
Alexia?
Alexia, and they're both talking, and then Julia is like overpowering them, and she's like trying to get in between them and talk about, and this is what happened, Andy, and she's trying to like she's using her little kid voice to try and convince Andy, and Andy is like, I just want to go pee. This is a break. Leave me alone. I just want to go pee. Why are you ladies following me?
Did you miss me or did you miss my pussy? It's so funny. That's so funny.
So, what would you say? Like, there were people online that were saying, "Oh, don't ever lose Adriana. Bring back Adriana as a housewife." I think she should remain as a friend of.
No,
I
yeah.
think the minute you give her more storyline, it gets bad for her.
No,
I think
you
she
need
should be a friend of where she is really the star of the show because she's the one that gets everything. She did nothing. Remember, this season, she did nothing for a whole like 5 or 6 episodes. Nothing happened with Adriana. Towards the end, she was even depressed on her birthday. She was just sitting there crying and moping. And I felt for her because I'm like, I am in menopause too, Adriana. This is what happens. I know it feels sucks. It sucks to be having all those emotions and being depressed. And then all of a sudden she just blooms just before the reunion. And I'm like, that's perfect.
it's just
That's
so
perfect
funny to
Amy.
me. She's so. I think Adriana and Marisol should remain friends. Up. I think the way that Miami is cast is perfect. I think if Julia was to go away, I wouldn't care. It really wouldn't
Yeah,
matter. I would love to
yeah,
just see Adriana fighting with these girls because now Adriana has friends on the show, right? She has Stephanie,
correct.
or she has. Yeah, she
Yeah,
kind of has Stephanie. She has Stephanie,
and Gertie.
Lisa, and Gertie. She doesn't need
Yeah,
Julia. When she was
yeah,
rejoining the show, she
yep.
needed somebody. So
Mm-hmm.
she had Martina Navratolova's wife, you know?
Yes,
Now
yes,
she doesn't
yes.
need that. So we can get rid of Julia. Julia's a weirdo.
Absolutely. She's
Nothing
a
she does makes
weirdo.
sense. The
And
first part,
I don't, I feel bad for those kids they adopted. I feel like that is all, this whole thing is going to crumble. Martina is going to leave her the fuck alone. She's going to kick Julia out. I think that's what the girls are also worried about, that we are going to be dependent. Mom is going to become dependent on us. They're like, stay with Martina.
mm-hmm.
Let
And
her do whatever.
I think that the girls being like, you don't need to adopt a baby is probably because I do think that she adopted those kids for a storyline.
Yeah. She adopted those kids so Martina couldn't get rid of her.
Yeah. And
I think because yeah, but it feels the kids are being used as props. I hate it. I hate everything the way she went about it. And the fact that Adriana wrote them the home study support letters, and then she has been doing this. So Adriana is just, it's just sick. It's
it's
just sick.
sick. It's sick. And
Yeah.
also, Bravo, why are you protecting us from all of Julia's bullshit? Why do we get so much unseen footage? I'd like to see
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'd like
When
to
she
see it.
broke the chair, why didn't we see her breaking the chair?
Yeah.
She's so violent. Why were we not privy to all of that?
No.
It is just, yeah.
No, thanks.
It's all because of Martina, and Martina doesn't even like you.
Yeah. Anyway, um,
Anyway,
thanks for
but
hopping on.
Miami has been awesome, and I cannot wait for the rest of Potomac
Can
to
you believe
unfold.
that they just finally filmed the OC reunion?
Oh, really? They did finally?
Oh, God.
I hate that show. I didn't even watch it. It kept going and going and going. How
It's
many
not
episodes?
ended.
Like,
It's not ended. There's nothing for you to. I watch it when I'm done with everything. If I've caught up on everything I've watched on Bravo, I've watched
yeah.
some Big Brother. I've
Yeah.
watched, some
I
real
know.
shows. I've watched
Yeah.
Love Island, Love is Blind, Great British Bake Off. Then I
Yes.
go, all right, let me throw an OC in the background.
Yeah. I'd rather start watching from beginning 90 Day Fiance and all of its offshoots than watch OC. That's how much I hate OC. I hate OC. And now Southern Charm with its bullshit. I hate those shows. Why are they still here?
Take the
Okay.
Bapadoo and take
I
OC
think
and
I've
put
seen.
it in the trash, okay?
Exactly.
Well, Aarti,
Oh,
thanks for
God.
being here. Let me know. Oh, guys, we got to end the call. We
20
got
minutes.
20 minutes. We got 20 minutes.
20
We got
minutes to the press. Yeah, to the press conference. 20 minutes. I gotta go do my makeup, get ready. I have to wear my, Karen wig and get ready to watch it.
put on a wig, dress up like Mama Joyce walking into Phaedra's office in a trench coat, like you're Carmen San Diego.
I wish I had a free Happy Eddie T-shirt right now so I could wear it and go to the police station, because I'm sure they're going to do it outside. So I could have just walked in there. It's like 20 minutes from here. I could have driven there.
I wish. I think they're gonna figure it out. I think even it because the Facebook Live. It's a Facebook Live at 3:00.
Yes,
I can play the Facebook Live on my computer and then go on Instagram Live of me watching the Facebook Live. I'll figure it out.
there you go. There you go. That's what you need to do.